1.
How you doing? This is Mike Bautier from Red Dawn Combat Club. Welcome to our first edition of Why It Works. We're going to demonstrate an Achilles lock, a straight ankle lock. We're going to show two methods, the Jiu-Jitsu method and the Sambo method. Explain the pros and cons of both and why they work. So first we're going to talk about the Jiu-Jitsu method of a straight ankle lock. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the idea is always position before submission. That is also the case when it comes to the actual submission. In other words, how you tie up. So, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu we're taught to tie up this way, where you're under the ankle, you grab the shin of the top hand, and you grab your own wrist. You secure the foot over the hip, and you fall to your shoulder, the same side where you grab the ankle, and you start to stretch. Now, while this is definitely a good submission, the pros and cons are as follows. The pros are the grip, in the terms of securing the leg. And the position, the fact that you're falling on your shoulder, it makes it difficult for him to move before the pain. Okay? So you start to stretch and it starts to hurt. Now the cons. It just doesn't hurt that much. Someone who's tough can tough it out. You're actually putting also pressure on your wrists by taking this position, because if you can tell, my left wrist is not straight, it's bent diagonally. So while this is good for wrapping up, it's not that great for the actual finish. It just doesn't hurt that much. So now the Sambo method. Everything with the Sambo method is the same in terms of your leg positioning. The difference is your hand positioning. If you notice in the Sambo method, my bone is against his Achilles. And if you take a look at Pierre's beautiful face, it's not comfortable. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap my own fist this way. And you see, he wants to get up right away, and I didn't do anything yet. Why? Because the bone is against the Achilles tendon. This is obviously more painful than the Jiu-Jitsu method. What I'm going to do now to make sure to secure the position is simply wrap my legs, and he's tapping right away. The actual finish is here. And you can tell the tap is a lot more quick and violent. The cons. So the pros are obvious. It hurts really fast right away. The cons is, because it's not as much of a secured grip in terms of positioning, he's going to turn his knee. Turn. And you can lose the ankle. So, we have to combat that right away by making the leg super tight. Okay? Right away. Alright? But again, in this case, the pros far outweigh the cons. It just hurts too much. And you make the guy tap like that, if you know how to secure the grip with your arm. Notice the positioning too. My elbow is tight to my back. I start to look up. Even before I use my leg, he already wants to tap. Okay? So, recap. Jiu-Jitsu method. Hand positioning is different. You don't have the bone on the Achilles, but you do secure the position by going to your side. Sambo method. Bone right on the Achilles. Hurts right away. You don't even have to get that far down before you make him want to tap. And that is why the Achilles lock works.